Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Emelie, and in today's video we are going to create 2 cards featuring the new release from Trinity stamps, and I will start off by creating this sort of Pac-Man card. So I used my T-ruler and just a marker to mark every half inch down the paper, and I also have my sentiment at the top so I could see exactly how far down I wanted to start. Then I just measured a line that was the same length for all of these, and this will be the direction that my project will be going in. So in this 8-bit alpha die set, you can see you have all of these icons that you can use to create gaming sort of inspired stuff. So that was the idea behind this little cute guy, and yeah, I was just thinking of a retro game that I played when I was a kid and that my kids actually also knows what it is, and from there on I went and stamped the little dots here, and also I don't know if you can call them like the monsters in the game. You can see here I'm just doing this, and I would do those black dots at the end of this with every line. That was something I learned when I did this, but I didn't remake it. It didn't turn out to be perfect. You can see that I messed up a little bit. It wasn't completely straight. It's okay. You don't have to have it perfect all the time. The idea is there, and it's a homemade card, so I just went with it. But if you wanted it to be completely perfect, just go with those lines that are in a straight row, and then go with the 2 dots at the end, so you really can fit them in perfectly to the next line. So that is my suggestion. You can see here I'm struggling a little bit to get it good enough, but I think I did an okay job, but it wasn't perfect. So if that is something that is important to you, I would definitely go ahead and do it the way I just talked about. But I think it's quite cute. And for this sentiment, I will go with a birthday sentiment. And I probably should have put like 1 level up or something like that, but I just said that you were leveling up, which I thought was quite nice and punny for this type of card. So congratulations, level up. And yeah, then I could erase my lines that I created just to have some guidelines to follow when I was doing the dot pattern. And then this sort of front panel is all done. For giving it some more interest, I will now go ahead and create the background, and it would actually just peek out on the sides of this card. So I will start out by pulling out some inks from my stash and just a white piece of paper, and this, I believe this is the card base that I'm working on right now. And you can see that I'm just going ahead in a rainbow order around with my blending brushes from Trinity. Just love it. I think it's so cute. And yeah, then I will go in with some pink, and I will then go in with my next color, and we will have some blue, and we will have some green, and we will sort of overlap it so we'll get our purple as well. So that is really nice. I love how this turned out. I think it's just so cute. And it doesn't have to be perfect because it's just the tiniest amount that will peek out the sides from my panel, and you can see how this is looking. And our first card is soon completed, and I think it turned out so darn cute. I really love it. Okay, so this was not the card base. I'm now attaching it to a card base, so that was just a card panel. And yeah, our first card is done. I hope you enjoyed this one. For our next one, I will use the Archive Machine Builder. And you can see I just lay them out here, and you can see mine aren't pretty packaged because I got samples since I'm on the design team, and you can see I'm just laying them on here so I can get an idea of which one I might be wanting to cut in different colors. So when I did that off camera, I can now go ahead and assemble everything. And I also decided that it would be probably be easiest if I did that on a white piece of paper. So you can see here I have laid everything out to the side, and I'm starting from the bottom and just building my machine on that white piece of paper that I cut to be slightly smaller in width. so that it wouldn't peek out the sides. And now all of my pieces soon will be connected here, and it will be so much easier to move around. So I think this is really cute, and I love the colors. I love these blue colors. For the screen itself, there is a couple of pieces that I will be cutting to make it look sort of more three-dimensional. And here is a cute frame, and I'm just attaching it to the lower part, and we can have our little boxes down there. And these were the pieces I was talking about that makes this look like a really retro TV sort of. And we can have that blue piece on top of it later on, so you can see how that will look. For the sentiment itself, I used the 8-bit birthday stamp set. So cute, and I just stamped it in black so we can have some nice contrast and the sentiment will really stand out. So it just says loading, which I think is nice, and then we can go ahead and attach it. But before I'm doing that, I will actually have happy birthday on top of it, and we can have the archive sentiment be on top of it. So happy birthday and loading, so cute. And for the mechanism, you can see all of these pieces that are cut in yellow. I cut a bunch of them, and now I'm sort of playing with them to get them all figured out and put together and just put on top of my gaming machine here. And I am hoping I'm spelling this right, because I was in a hurry when I actually created this card, so I hope it turned out nice, but I believe it's okay. So we'll have archived nicely spaced out, and then happy birthday and loading, and our focal point will be ready. For giving it some more interest, I took this pattern that I believe is an older better press, not better press, a hot foiling plate from Trinity, and I pressed it, dry embossed it into this cream colored cardstock and laid it on top of my card base. And I wanted some nice dimension, but I didn't want to have foam for the back, so I created this quarter-inch fold, I think you can call it that. And I did it with 2 pieces of paper, and I will have it to the side of this, so we'll have a mechanism that will actually pop up when the recipient is taking it out of the envelope, but it will be not that much weight added to it. So I'm just pressing this in place, and our mechanism is done, and I'm just making sure that it works. And then I can press it down to the dry embossed surface that we used, and then I can attach this to a card base. I believe I did that off camera. But there you go, we have our 2 cards that are featuring the new release from Trinity. I hope you enjoyed these 2 projects, and you can see how much dimension that really gives. I love it, and I think it's so much fun that it actually pops out when the recipient opens the envelope. And it also helps it stand really nicely. So thank you so much for stopping by this channel today. I will be back soon with some more content, and of course I will leave links down below for you for all of the products that I used in this video. Until next time, have a great day. Bye!